Welcome back to Chamber Chat. We're talking to some of the award winners from the Citrus County Chamber of Commerce Awards Dinner that was held on Friday, April 20th. So in the studio now we have the lovely Theressa Foster, representing Sunflower Springs, who is the recipient of the Walt Conner Small Business Award. And we also have Josh Wooten, President and CEO of the Citrus County Chamber of Commerce. Thanks again, both of you, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So Theressa, tell us a little bit about the award and what it meant to receive it.
Well, it was shocking.
Was it?
It was very shocking because I almost didn't show up for the award ceremony. Thank goodness that my son said about 5:30, hey, are you going to start getting dressed? And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired. And it was a total shock. But to be honored in Citrus County for all the work that we put together, but out of 1,000 businesses to be chosen for the Small Business Award is pretty phenomenal. And we are very thankful and grateful. And it just really shows that Citrus County takes notice of the businesses that are working diligently to deliver what we say we're delivering.
Absolutely. And you're such a powerhouse and such a great leader in our community. Tell us a little bit about Sunflower Springs Assisted Living, what you do, what you offer, where you're located. Let's go ahead and plug the business because it truly is a gem in our community.
Well, we're resort style assisted living. We're located in Homosassa, right by the wildlife park. But what makes us different in assisted living is our service. You know, we're all under this kind of the same licenses and we provide care to seniors, but we go the extra mile on providing a customer service. We get to know our residents. We don't name like, oh, room 223 is calling. That's not how we do business. Mrs. Smith needs something. And that's what really makes us really stand out in the crowd in our industry. And we're constantly giving back into the community we live in because we understand that our residents are rooted in this county. I mean, just because they're elderly doesn't mean they haven't lived here 20 years, they retired down here. So that's the thing that makes us different at Sunflower.
Absolutely. And how long has Sunflower been in Citrus County now?
3 years.
Wonderful.
So that's a big deal to get that award.
And you've done a lot in 3 years. I mean, we see you at almost every event in the community. Let's talk about some of the community events that you participate in and what you do at those events.
What we do is we kind of sponsor events that have to do with either kids or giving something back to seniors. We don't sponsor events that aren't about growing those industries. Like Taste of Ignorance, we just sponsored that. We sponsored Senior Foundation. I hosted the cancer prevention study for Crystal Relay for Life. So it's about being in the community. We don't mind generating money to our community because we believe in locally grown, operated, and keeping business here.
Josh, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you think Sunflower Springs, but more importantly, why Theressa Foster is so important to Citrus County?
Well, actually, they hit the ground running about the same time I was hired as CEO, and you know, we hit it off. Theressa and I, on a personal level, hit it off right away and started comparing notes and kind of started building. I was building the chamber, she was building this business, and we thought a lot alike. And she has a lot of talents in the area of promotion and branding, and she's just brought that business to such a level, but rather than just sit on her laurels, now she's sharing that with everybody else in the community. And it's, you know, she has a great staff that she said the other night, I'm sharing this with them, but Theresa's a special person.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
And I'll say something about Josh is that
Please do.
yes, the chamber, if you don't use it, it doesn't do anything for you. I mean, there are many times when I first started out, I'd call Josh and say, you know, what do you think about this? Is this a great opportunity for us? I mean, just the other day after a chamber breakfast, I just called him just for a little bit of guidance because here's somebody who's been in the county for years who understands all the dynamics and really how to do business professionally. And I think that gets overlooked with the chamber. They just think it's about selling your business, but it's not. It's about building relationships that are helping you not only with business, but personally also.
And just to tag on to that, we realize, you know, everybody's boat will rise if everybody gives a little. But some people give a lot, like you just saw Mike Scott. She's the one that got Mike Scott to join the chamber. So that's, you know, 2 award winners that she brought them in.
And what's cool about that is that that's one thing that Josh said when you become a chamber member is doing business with chamber members. I mean, Sean Scott is phenomenal, and we do a lot of business with him, and we also have a family member of his, and he had never thought about joining the chamber, And for him to win an award was amazing the same night for us because he is a phenomenal community person also. People don't realize what they give back. It's beyond business. It's about making this a better place for everybody who lives here.
Absolutely. And in the first and the second segment, one with Neil Brennan and with Sean Scott, I asked them this question, and I'll ask you too. If you're somebody that wants to get more involved in the community and provide a level of excellence, what advice would you give them to help reach that level?
Show up.
Show up. That's what Sean Scott said too.
If you show up, it's half the battle. But if at every mixer or every chamber event you say, I want to meet 5 people, and you don't have to spend a lot of time with them. You just need to say hello, introduce yourself, and at the next chamber mixer, they're going to come up to you and go, hey, good to see you again, or chamber luncheon. And then that drives into business, and then they go, hey, have you met this person? Because you're building a friendship, and that's why people want to do business with you.
Absolutely.
That's probably the most valuable part of it for me is the friendships
Yes.
that we've all, I mean, we have a very close group of friends through our association in the chamber that will be friends forever.
Well, and when you don't come to events, people miss you. And that makes you want to go even more because you are friends.
So what's next for you?
Superior Residence of LaCanto.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Our brand new building will be opening in August. It's really exciting. We have the trailer on site already. We've hired our new community relations person, April Zay, who's from the Chronicle, which is local. It is exciting to see the growth, and 40 jobs will be created, and 2 have already started. And Sunflower is also expanding to 104 beds. Wow. So that'll be another 10 additional jobs coming into the county. So it is very exciting.
When do you find time to rest? No such
Thinking
thing.
about, I heard somebody said, what do you do for entertainment? I sleep.
Yeah. Well, I asked you to bring along something inspiring, a quote that means a lot to you today. So will you go ahead and read that quote and tell us why it's important to you?
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's by Henry Ford. It's important to me because I have this motto, you have to believe it to achieve it. Fake it till you make it. Nobody is successful right out the bat. You have to make mistakes, but if you believe you can't do something, you can.
That's so true.
You have to believe that you can do it, but you have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So
It's a simple philosophy, but it works, and it's gotten you to the point that you're at today. Thank you so much for being on Chamber Chat. To both of you today, we want to congratulate all the award winners. I wish we had time to feature all of them on our show, but we're very fortunate to have these 3 in studio with us. Thank you so much, Citrus County, for watching. If you'd like to be host or featured on Chamber Chat, please email me at spotlightmelissa@aol.com. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week, Citrus County.